seeing comments from YouTube right now. So apologies in advance. The tech guys.
You're gonna need.
What's that?
Good.
The tech guy's working on it. He's working on it. So fingers crossed. The tech will come through. So many things to talk about. I've missed all your beautiful faces.
There we go.
Oh, there they are. Yay. Okay. Phew. All right. That was gonna be. I think it's your Halloween thing. Like anytime we do a Halloween show, what happens?
First.
Last time, yeah, we do, Paula. There's so many bats flying around. Speaking of faces, you might see my spot. This is my annual PSA to say wear your sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. I have another precancerous spot that my doctor looked at today. I have had multiple skin cancers because of my fair skin and growing up swimming. And, you know, in the 80s and 90s, what's up?
Come on camera real quick and adjust this.
Oh, the tech guy's working on my mic. Oh, it's all kinds of issues.
There we go.
I have had multiple skin cancers, so I go see my dermatologist every 6 weeks now, and we look at my skin, and I'm very OCD about looking at my skin. But in the 80s and 90s, sunscreen.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. No, if you're going to be OCD about something, that's the thing to be OCD about. I actually found this spot myself. But yeah, sunscreen, you know, it just wasn't really a huge deal back then. It was a lot of like laying out in baby oil. Not so great. And I grew up teaching swimming lessons and lifeguarding outside, so good times. This one doesn't seem to be, it seems to be early, so that's the deal. You catch it early, and knock on wood, my skin cancers thus far have been, if you're going to have a good kind, they've been basal cell, which is, yeah, very slow growing, but still no fun. And actually, I don't know if you can tell from the lighting, my stylist calls this blonde. We added a lot of low lights this time because I have such usually light blonde hair that's pretty naturally light, and I worry about that on my scalp too, so I'm adding a little color in, which I did like 3 weeks before I went to the doctor on this, so I feel like the universe was like, it's time to shake it up. Yeah, so that's my thing. Wear your sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. I wear a hat everywhere. I always wear sunscreen now. It's just that the damage was done long ago, right? So, yeah, that's just how it goes. But in other exciting news, The Cure for What Ails You is out in paperback. Today. Look at that. Yay, so exciting. So tonight, we're going to have a lot of Halloween fun. And because Halloween, you know, you need something cozy. This one is not going to keep you up at night, probably. But I'm going to give away copies of this. The tech guy also made some special Halloween candles that we're going to give away. And in order to do that, what do they need to do, tech guy?
Just comment away.
Comment away.
Yeah.
So you're just going to pick people at random and
yeah.
Yeah.
There are no wrong answers.
There are no wrong answers. There's no wrong answer tonight. I poured myself a pint of a hoppy Northwest ale in celebration of The Cure for What Ails You. It kind of matches the cover perfectly. And earlier today, I will share this recipe. I baked, look at that beautifulness, German chocolate cookies. So it's a German chocolate cookie base with chocolate chips, toasted pecans, and toasted coconut. So that's my little treat for later. Maybe you can have one, tech guy. I don't know. Yeah, Valerie, the sun is not our friend when we are fair and freckly and all those things. The good news is, like, you know, stay on top of it, right? But yeah, it's not fun. And then I get to go around with Band-Aids. Anna Louise, I saw your post already. You're ready to go with your ale. You're set. So, The Cure for What Ails You came out this time last year in hardcover. It's the 5th book in the Sloane Krause mysteries, and it always comes out a year later in paperback. But the publishing house changed the size of mass markets to this bigger size, this max market size, which this one is. This is really gonna be a terrible nightmare for Halloween for some of you who, like me, like everything to line up nicely. So they changed it to this size just for this book. So the first 4 books are the smaller size. Now we have this size, and I am working on book 6 as we speak. I cannot wait to share the cover and the title with you. It's going to come out early next year, probably late February, early March of next year. And it's going to be, I'm going to keep it just the same size. It will come out in paperback and ebook and audio, but not hardcover. So I'm very excited about that. Yeah, I cannot wait. I will share the recipe in it. Look at these coming to you soon through the internet. Yeah, it's delicious. Barbara, I'm glad you love the bigger books. That's great to hear. It's just, it's always hard if you have like, you know, all these books on the shelves and then suddenly it's like they all line up and then they get a little bit bigger and then they line up. Yeah, what are you going to do? Jen, you grew up in the 80s on the swim team. Yes, also me on the swim team. Yeah, I know. I'm so careful. I mean, I've been careful for the last, I would say like probably since my mid-20s. I've been very careful, but it's cumulative sun damage, right? The larger sizes are, I agree, nicer in terms of reading quality. So I'm glad. Charissa, you love it too. All right, that makes me happy. Well, some of you might be getting these tonight. I'm going to give away signed copies, and I can't wait to share it with you. If you haven't read it yet, this is a great time. You can always ask your local library to order a copy, all of those things. Yeah, you like the bigger sizes, but it's driving you crazy to try to stack them with their smaller counterparts. That's what we got to work on, but, you know, what are you going to do? What else? What is everybody doing for Halloween? I can't wait. We will be in Ashland for the parade. I'm going to try to do some live streaming from the parade, fingers crossed, as long as like technology and everything works out. I can't wait. Yeah, it's going to be good. So what I thought we would do tonight for our Halloween quiz show spectacular is I have a number of questions to ask you that I'm also going to answer myself, and the tech guy put his answers in. We haven't seen them. Not that that matters, but let's just add the drama, right?
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Okay, good. Patricia, do I choose the title or do the publisher? It's a combination of both. I would say almost all of the Sloane Krause mysteries have been my titles. The tech guy came up with Beyond a Reasonable Doubt. But yeah, all of the titles for this series have been mine. But for Bake Shop, I would say it's reciprocal. We've gone back and forth. Book 5 or 6. The Cure for What Ails You is 4 or 5. Paula, it's 5 in the series. This is book 5. So book 6 is coming out early next year. Yeah. I know. I can't wait.
Quick question.
Do you have to be present to win? Oh, yeah. Beth, you have to teach. I mean, come on, priorities. Do you want to teach young minds or do you want to be on a live?
Just comment a lot right now. Wait, do I have the tech guy cam set up? I do.
Hi. There he is.
Just comment a lot right now, and the randomizer that I use to choose winners will take your comments into account. So just comment now. You don't need to be present to win.
And also, thank you for showing up and teaching right now. I went to my primary care doctor to have my skin checked because the dermatology wait is until like 6 months out right now. The same thing's happening in teaching. All of my family, our family, are all in education, and there's just such high burnout in those two fields right now, understandably so. So I'm just like, huge thanks for you providing that service for our kids who need it so much. You're having a Halloween party at the library, Anna Louise. That's going to be the best. That was some of my favorite. I remember getting to like dress up and go to my Halloween library parties as a kid, and I absolutely loved that. Yay. Live stream from the parade. Brianna, I'm going to try. I think we can make it happen. I'm going to try. Joseph, you're hosting your brother and his fiance so he can go to Baltimore for Comic-Con. Yes. Is he going to dress up? What are they going to be? Tell me more. We need to know.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
I know, right? Yeah, so much good stuff. All right. So without further ado, should we get to the quizness?
I gotta ask more about this.
I was listening to a podcast about the West Wing and of all things, they talked about Ashland and the Shakespeareanness of it. What? I love The West Wing.
Now, are we talking the TV show The West Wing or the actual West Wing, like the presidential? Like,
yeah,
I need to know.
Yeah.
I need to know more.
We're gonna have to circle back to that.
And I want to know if it was The West Wing, the TV show, why Ashland and the Shakespeare thing came up. So,
yeah, we watched all of The West Wing with Sky Guy.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago. I think early on in the pandemic, that was one of the shows that we binged, and it held up so well. I mean, that cast, come on. Also, like, I'm such a huge Allison Janney fan. Like, anything she does, and Rob Lowe, I mean, I don't know. Where do you want to start? It's all good. It's all good. If you haven't seen The West Wing, like, go binge it.
In this house, when the president stands, no one sits.
That's right. Thank you for that, Guy. Cindy, I am the publisher on book 6. Yes, we are going to get to the quiz. I promise. All the segues. It's been a couple weeks, so we have to get caught up. Yeah. So I've told this story before, so apologies if you've heard it. But because this series, I'm holding it like this, like it's a weapon. Because this series is with my publishing house, they sort of dictate, whether a series gets renewed or not. And I had written book 5. I'd written The Cure for What Ails You. I was already working on book 6. I was halfway through book 6 when I learned that they were not going to continue the series. And one of the big reasons was because this series has been in hardcover. And hardcover, it's sort of a dying form. That's not to say that there aren't like big name authors that get put in hardcover, but in general, especially for cozy hardcovers, it's a hard sell. They're expensive. They take up a lot of space. Like, reading trends have shifted. And so I was like, could we do it in paperback? And they were like, no, I think it's just time to be done. And I sort of thought like, all right, well, this was before I even like imagined that I might start my own publishing company and hopefully one day soon be publishing some of your work too. But this was before that had happened, because everything in traditional publishing, it's a long lens. It takes a few years to get to a certain point in time. So I had written book 5, and it had ended in a very different way than this book ended. So I thought like, oh, shoot. Well, I'm going to have to go back and wrap up really quickly a lot of backstory and subplot and things that I was hoping for a longer arc on. And so I did that for book 5 and thought like, okay, well, that wasn't necessarily like, I didn't think that Sloane's story was done, but I needed to wrap it up for the publishing house. And then a year or so went by and I was like, wait a minute, I'm starting my own publishing company. I can keep writing this, which is super exciting to me because there's so much more of Sloane's story that I want to tell. So yes, book 6 will be published by Sweet Lemon Press. And I can tell you that it is set at the Leavenworth Ski Hill. Garrett's parents and sister are coming to visit Sloane and Garrett and meet Sloane for the first time. They've kind of been back and forth for a while in terms of like talking about them, but they haven't actually come to Leavenworth yet. It looks like there might be some glitchy stuff with Facebook. On Facebook. Yeah. Sorry, that's on Facebook's end. Facebook. Yeah, shoot. Facebook, come on. Come back to our life. It's Halloween, I'm telling you. It's like Gremlins every time we do a Halloween episode. If you're trying it on Facebook and it's getting glitchy, you could always pop over to YouTube or Twitter. It's live and fine, both of those places too. Or maybe try popping out of Facebook and coming back. No. Tech Guy says no. Do you have another idea, Tech Guy?
Go to YouTube or Twitter.
Go to YouTube or Twitter. You don't have to be following me on either of them to watch it there either. You can just pop over. I might not see your name. What froze? Oh, that's great. Awesome. That's perfect.
Gotta get a picture.
Anyway, okay, so it's set at the Leavenworth Ski Hill. Garrett's parents are coming. It's February, winter, and there's a ski lift involved. So that's as much as I can tell you. We're going to learn a little bit about Garrett's backstory in this one, which I'm super excited about because I have had this idea since book 1 for kind of a subplot for Garrett. And because the subplot that was the questionable issue of Sloane's past, which I won't give away any spoilers, resolved unintentionally so in book 5. Book 6 sort of needs a new arc, so we're gonna learn some stuff about Garrett, which I'm excited about. Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, so without further ado, should we start our Halloween quiz?
Yeah, I was
Let's
just
do it.
dropping your YouTube channel in the comments.
Oh, thank you.
Facebook,
Thanks,
so.
Tech Guy.
Terrible.
Love it. Terrible. I know.
Facebook.
And we got to give some prizes away, too. So, come on. Come on, Facebook.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. This one is critical. Best Halloween candy. Lillian, it's your first time on YouTube. Welcome. Yay. I'm glad you're here. You found it. That's awesome. See, I'm going to bring you all to YouTube. Little did you know.
It really is better for live streaming.
Why is it better? From a tech perspective. I'm just curious.
But it doesn't freeze. But
there's that.
I mean, it's an entire platform built around video.
Yeah.
And they stream in 1080p, so everybody can really see your band-aid in detail.
Oh, great.
Whereas Facebook's only 720.
Close up.
Yeah.
Close up. Okay, all right. Sorry, YouTube. Chocolate candy of any kind, Cherry. I feel you. Snickers. Tammy. Anything but candy corn, Joseph. That is the correct answer. I want to know if anybody does say candy corn. I will die. I will die. I will absolutely die. Snickers and Kit Kats, Anne. I feel you on that. Popcorn balls,
Oh.
Patricia. Okay, so here's a question. Did you like ever make the popcorn balls and hand them out? Because I'm curious if that's allowed. Like, would somebody take it these days? I don't know. Lisa, welcome to the YouTube side. The comments go by faster. Yeah, it's true. It is a little fast. Milky Way Midnight Polly, you are speaking my language. Dark chocolate, Milky Way. Oh, yes. Beach Bum. Tiffany Hughes said candy corn. Okay, all right. I stand corrected. Jessica's a milk dud. Suhyun, what are popcorn balls? Okay, all right. We are going to have to talk about popcorn balls. They're like, well, they're usually sweet. So they're like kettle corn, but in ball form. And when we were growing up in the 80s, that used to be like you would know the neighbor who would hand make the popcorn balls and hand them out like candy. Yeah. Your grandma used to make popcorn balls for Christmas and then hid them under the Christmas tree. Oh, that's sweet. I've only heard of them for Melmac. I've only heard of them for Halloween, but I love that.
I'm pretty sure we had red and green.
Did you? Okay.
Christmas
Oh, you know, as you say that, I sort of have a visual picture of that. Yeah, Wendy, I see you comment. Yes, comment here, and we'll choose winners on both. We'll probably go back and choose some on Facebook too, just because that's not fair.
We'll give some bonus picks after the live.
After the live, tomorrow we'll give some bonus ones away, just because that sucks.
We still will pick some tonight.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Okay, my answer is Reese's peanut butter cups. I mean, come on, chocolate, peanut butter, perfection. You can't go wrong with that. Okay, Tech Guy, what's yours?
My answer, I was told, was not
That's
valid.
That's not. All right.
Cadbury mini eggs are the best candy in the world
But
ever made.
Are they a
in
Halloween?
the history of humankind.
However, raise your hand if you believe this is a Halloween. Did you ever in your life have a Cadbury mini egg for Halloween?
Probably.
No, you definitely
probably left over from Easter.
that is utter lies. Utter lies. I do not believe it.
I know. So I got voted down, so I have to take that one down, and then I'll just go with Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh, you're just copying me now? Whatever. I want to know if anyone here agrees that a Cadbury mini egg is a Halloween candy. I say absolutely not. No, right, Sue? No, not that you recall, Chelsea. That's right.
No, no.
Wendy, never. Exactly. Come on.
Why not?
Why
there
not?
are no rules. It's a made-up holiday. So.
Oh, we should guess each other's answers. We'll have to do that for live. But for this live, the tech guy, I already gave him everything. So he already knows. So it would be cheating. Exactly, Kristen. It is Easter, yes. Right? I know. Come on, Suyin. Oh, Suyin, while you're here, I have to show everybody. I'm going to get these framed. Suyin is an incredible artist, and she sent me the beautiful watercolors. Look at that for fall. Oh, it's kind of hard with the light. Oh, there we go.
Oh boy.
I love it so much. Oh, and Emmy's come in. And then we have a lovely rain. Oh, I love it so much. Thank you for these, Suyin. I'm going to frame them and put them on the wall behind me. So when I do, then I'll look at them. Oh, there's Emmy. When I'm writing. I love it. You're so talented. You're so talented. Kayla, do not encourage him with the making of the fall ones. No.
I know, right? See? Yes. Thank you, Kayla. See, I told
now,
you.
Like maybe in 2020.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So it's an official Halloween candy now.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, real quick, Paula asked a question about when Facebook pooped. That's awesome. That is Facebook in a word right there.
Yeah.
Sorry. Will we get a message if we want it in case you aren't on? Yeah. If
we could post names,
yeah,
right?
Well,
yeah.
Yeah. But
tomorrow,
if you win and you're on, just go ahead and message Ellie tonight. If not, we'll follow up with you if we haven't heard from you in a day or so.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. All right.
There's a lot more comments coming in.
Cadbury eggs are not Halloween candy. They are good.
Yes, no.
Never ever, Linda.
Wendy, come on. Come on. No way. Cadbury's. Carl.
Nope.
Oh,
I'm with you.
Becky's
with you. Okay, you have a little support. You have mild support in our group, I would say. Not the right time of year. Exactly, Anne. Okay, what's our next one?
Let's see. What do we got? We have scariest movie.
Okay, this is scariest movie. I'm kind of saying, like, the movie that scared you the most first is the answer that I chose. But you could say scariest movie of all time, etc. But my answer that you will see, I believe, well, I guess this one isn't from childhood, but it was when I was younger. How's that? The Shining. Oh my gosh, Red Rum. Fun fact, The Shining was filmed up at Timberline Lodge.
Just the exterior scenes.
Just the exterior scenes, exactly. But one of my first mysteries is set there, so there's a little nod to that. Halloween, the original movie. Oh my gosh, totally book fan. Psycho, Patricia. Absolutely. Blair Witch. I almost said Blair Witch, Jerry. And I changed my answer, but I would say that's a close second. Jennifer, The Ring. Oh, The Ring. Ooh. Yeah, Signs. Definitely Signs. So good.
Signs.
As a child, Michelle, I'm with you 100% on Pet Cemetery. Oh my gosh. Terrifying. The Exorcist. I never watched it in its entirety because I was such a wimp. Lillian, Scream, the first one. Yes. Jared, I can't do scary movies. I know, that's me too. I'm usually just cozies. I like, the Magpie Murders. Has anyone started the Magpie Murders on Masterpiece Mysteries? So good. If you read those books, amazing. And Anthony Horowitz. Is that right? I'm going to forget his name. Jessica, I don't know how you did it. I could not do it. I could not do it. Gremlins scared me too, April. That makes me feel better. Pet Cemetery, Carrie. Yeah, really anything by Stephen King, right? That's a given.
7 years old watching Carrie. Holy.
Whoa. Yeah, that's dark.
Yeah, that would scare most people, yes.
Beach Bum, you grew up having to watch Children of the Corn? Oh.
Wait, what?
Dang.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then you'll never go near a farm again for the rest of your life, right?
Well, cornfields are terrifying no matter what temperature it is. So.
Suyin, anything with a doll. I have a doll problem.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know. Dolls are they're a hard pass for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so my answer was, wait for it. Does anyone remember? Paranormal Activity. This was what, like
So a couple
early
of people
early
said it.
2000s, late 90s. It felt too close to home. It felt too possible. I feel like it was before we had Luke, but close enough that then like the whole baby monitor thing, and yeah, I couldn't do it. Too much.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, tech guy, what did you say? I don't know. I don't know your answers for this.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, scream! That's what you did.
Yeah. That I'll fix that. There we go. Scariest movie of all time.
You didn't sleep for how long after that?
I came out.
so
I
long.
had like sweated through my shirt.
I know.
It was. I don't know. I've got a thing for knives. Like a very primal fear of being stabbed. I don't know why,
It's
but
fair.
that
Past
movie. I just couldn't. I can't even think about it. Every time I see a commercial, I just like skip it.
Skip it.
I mean,
I think we're gonna watch it after this live. Sounds great. No.
we should watch Nope.
Nope.
There you go.
Kristen, or is it? I think it's Kristen, but if it's Kirsten, tell me otherwise. I feel like I was your son. If he thinks Hocus Pocus was scary, I was him as a child for sure. Like anything that was even slightly scary was terrifying to me. So, maybe he has a future in traditional mystery writing, right? All right. Okay. Let's see. What do we got next?
We have a book that you never want to sleep again.
Okay, so this one I did go back to my childhood, which I honestly can't believe that I read this in middle school. And it was an assigned book, I feel like, in middle school, which also feels wrong to me. But I'm curious, like, what is a book? I think I know the tech guys. The tech guy and I did not discuss this, but I have a guess, and I think it was a book that my mom gave you, actually. So I have read much scarier books since this book that I will share. But I feel like this book was disturbing on so many levels that it was the first book that I had read that did keep me up at night and just, like, have me ruminating on the idea and the concept and everything like that. Okay, what do we got?
You did. Oops.
Oh, whoa.
I've got too many things.
Too many things going.
There we go. Sorry.
Okay, so yeah, my throwback book that terrified me was Flowers in the Attic. Did anyone read it? Did you have to read this for school? I mean, so many issues with this book in terms of, the kids being stored away in the attic and themes of incest, and there was a lot going on. I don't think it's like necessarily a traditional horror novel, but we read this in school. So there's that. There's something there. Okay, tech guy, how about you? Is it my guess?
Yeah.
The historian.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to say any more about it, just that.
No, I mean, it's the scariest book of all time. Yeah. It's not even that.
Something with this
I don't know. Like I don't know. This is the first time I've read a book where there were like jump scares in the book, which I don't even know how that's possible. But yeah. Again, sweat through my shirt. Couldn't sleep at night. It wrecked me.
Oh, Sphere by Michael Crichton.
Oh,
yes,
Sphere
that was really good. That was definitely scary. I saw somebody say, "Something Wicked This Way Comes." I remember going to a slumber party where then we watched the movie version of that, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm out." Jen, books don't scare you like movies do. I can see that a little bit. I can tolerate a book more than I can the visual of some movies, so that makes sense to me. Lori, you did not read it in school. That's good, because I don't know that I took much away from that read. I'm not sure. Right? The covers freaked you out too, Melmac? I know. You were definitely traumatized by it. Yeah. Right, Wendy? I know. I don't know. I'm not sure why we read it for school, but but we did.
Yeah, Frank, I agree with that.
Jurassic Park. Oh, yeah.
It was a lot scarier than the movie.
You read the book. I never read the book. I remember you saying that. In Cold Blood. I don't know that one, book fan. You had to read it in school. I know. What are some of these that we read?
School did you go to? I mean, that could be, maybe it's a true crime book, but still, that's terrifying.
It's no good.
Yeah.
All right. What do we got next?
That's funny.
I know. This is why we do like cozies, right?
Right. Let's go to this one.
The most creative costume that you've ever worn. Oh, I'm super curious about this. I've had a lot of creative costumes over the years, which I always think is fun. One year I was a Rubik's Cube. I think I shared this before, and it was great because it was just like a giant box, and then I glued all the colored cubes on it. But it was problematic because we went to a Halloween party, and of course I could not then sit down or move my arms or drink or eat anything.
You did sit down, and then everybody used you as a table.
Yeah, people did use me as a table. That's true. So it was nice for other people, just not as nice for me. One year, the tech guy and I were sludge. I was toxic waste and a hazmat cleaner. I thought that was clever. What else? When I was growing up, I was Smurfette many years in a row, blue face and all. I did a lot of bookish theme dressing up, some Little House on the Prairie. What else did I have as a kid? My brother was, I know I've shared this before too. He was always Mr. Rogers, and nobody ever knew who he was. So yeah, all good stuff. All right. I will share mine.
Let's see. You were...
So Ian, you've only been to a Halloween party once. Oh, I think the most creative one, and the tech guy made this for me a few years ago, was a cup of holiday fear. I'll have to reshare the picture, but oh, you already did. Look at that. That's at the parade in Ashland. That kind of gives you a sense of the scope of the parade in Ashland. But that was the year that A Cup of Holiday Fear came out. So I was the Cup of Holiday Fear, which I totally love. How about you, tech guy?
I had to go with The Thing.
Oh, yes. Yes, we went to a superhero.
So
There's
The
Will.
Thing, a lot of people might be thinking of the movie The Thing, but it's actually The Thing from the Fantastic Four comic book series. This is the only picture I could find because this was back before digital pictures. But I had a head that went on too.
Yes, you
but
did.
I basically bought several mattress pad, like egg crate mattress pad things, cut it up into a full costume. I was huge, and I got dragged onto the dance floor, and people I was the mosh pit.
You were the mosh. People were just like, yes,
pit.
that was the best.
People were just bouncing me all over the place. And it was funny because I was so big in this costume, and the house that Will's house, the house was pretty small. So there were a lot of people there, and it was hard to move around. Plus, it was wicked hot in that costume.
But you were cozy, so there was that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you do family costumes together. Star Wars, Wizard of Oz, Addams Family, Peter Pan. I love that. I think that's so sweet. Becky, you did Flying Pig and Gumball Machine. Oh, I want to see those. You're going to have to share those. That sounds awesome. Suyin, how did you go to the bathroom in that thing? That is a question. You just don't.
Later.
Later. Yeah. You gotta sip your beer or your water slowly and take your time. Joseph, Mr. Rogers, the rumor was he handed out full-size candy bars. I feel like that can't be a rumor. That would have to be true because he's Mr. Rogers. So come on. Of course he did. That makes complete and utter sense to me. All right. What do we got next? Tammy, your family was Scooby-Doo and the gang. You were Daphne. Oh, I love that. The Princess and the Pea, and that's very, very great. The Pea was a great beer. That's awesome. Okay, favorite Halloween tradition. Do you have any special Halloween traditions in your household? What do you do? Is it trick or treating? Is it some sort of a feast? Is it an adult only costume party? All of the things I need to know. Paula, at your old job, I saw a baby dressed as a lobster sitting in a stock pot. Oh, that's awesome. I know some of the clever baby costumes they have this year. I can't wait for the Ashland Halloween parade just to show you the scope of the costumes. Like you cannot just show up. And I'm working on. Well, actually, the Halloween book is done. It's in like copy edit stage now. But I you'll get a taste of this in the Halloween bake shop that comes out next year. But I mean, the scope of costumes is just, it's huge. Like, I can't describe it. Like, you're just going to have to see it. Waiting on the Great Pumpkin. Oh, yeah, I totally remember seeing that. Pumpkin picking, carving pumpkins, Paula, absolutely. Jessica, you go to the same neighborhood that gives out full-size candy bars. You gotta. Like, if you have a neighborhood that does that, yes. Marty, just trick-or-treating and picking out. It's fair. I have a couple actual quiz questions that are coming up, so stay tuned for that, especially with the picking out part. Patricia, walking through the neighborhood for candy. You celebrated Picket Night the night before. Oh, very cool. I'd love that. Watching childhood favorites, Halloween movies, Peanuts, Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town. We always have to do like the full Halloween Town. Like, it's so great. Also, side note, that's also filmed in Oregon, so yay to that. Okay, so for me, I said my favorite tradition is always making mummy dogs and mac and cheese before the kids go out trick-or-treating. And we just had our niece spend the night, and we did that with her, so that was super fun because, you know, our kiddo's away at college. Oh, there you go. Look at that. Creepy feast. Yeah. So perfect. What do you say?
I said creating costumes and decorating.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Show them the dragon behind you that you made.
Well, I actually.
You're already on it. Yeah. Okay.
So
there's little Sky Guy.
I don't get to do this anymore because he's in college.
Well, we still probably could. It would be great.
Right. We turned that into a Lego Darth Maul, yes. Which was amazing.
Amazing.
And then decorating, just a lot of really cool inflatables and
spooky stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Actually, that Halloween was a parenting win. If I can call that for myself.
Okay.
Because I gotta pull the costume back up again. With the first house we went to, his head, he dropped it, and we had made the horns for Darth Maul that he has around his head out of foam, and several of them broke.
So sad.
And he was starting to tear up, and I was like, "Oh no, okay, quick, think of something." And I thought, "No, buddy, look, he's battle damaged now." And he was just like, "Yes, battle damaged Darth Maul." And it was just like, it was amazing. So Halloween was saved. Everybody was happy. Yeah.
All right, I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna go to Halloween Town next year? Yes, do it. You carve pumpkins and trick or treat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
You have to go to Halloween Town and then report back. Tell us all the things. Okay. I just got handed a stack of something, so I'm curious.
You don't need to.
Okay, don't do anything with that yet. I'm just saying that some prize names may have been drawn. Okay. I can say one. Okay, I can pick one. Patricia Dana, you are winning a signed copy of The Cure for What Ails You. Yay. Okay. But don't say any others yet. There's a big stack here. There's a big stack.
Well,
I'm excited. There's going to be, oh my gosh. Okay, this is great. Maybe we should do one more if there's going to be.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Tara Hanley Stapleton, you are winning a candle. Yay. Congratulations. Beach bum that scared you. That's awesome, Tiffany. That would do it. Yep.
And if they win, they can message you on any of the channels or go to your website and
send me an email. Yep. Exactly. Okay, awesome.
Yeah, with your mailing address. Please don't put your mailing address in. Oh, wait. I should be on camera. So.
Yeah, don't put your mailing address
Don't
in
put
the
your
comments.
mailing address in the comments.
Uh-oh.
We haven't had it happen yet, and so let's keep that streak going.
Okay, this I think is the last of the questions, and then we're going to get to the hard-hitting actual quiz. Are you ready?
No, that was the
Oh, we are ready. Okay, okay.
So now we're on to the
Laura, the scent of the candle. Tech guy, you want to share?
I forgot to bring one in here.
Oh, it's okay.
It's candy.
It's candy
corn.
It's actually candy corn, but it smells delicious. Yeah. I don't usually love things that are cloyingly sweet, and I am not a candy corn fan. Sorry, Tiffany. But I love this. Good. I love the smell of this candy. So there you go. I know, Aaron. I know. Trust me on this. You're gonna love it. You really are. Oh, okay. You love it. All right. Okay. I'm just saying, like, even if you're not a candy corn fan, have a little faith, because it's delicious. Okay, so now we're getting into the portion of our Halloween quiz show with hard-hitting quiz questions. No cheating allowed. They're going to be terrifying. No, I always have so much fun putting these together because I learn little facts and tidbits that I never would have known. So let's get to the getting. All right, here we go. Finding this on Halloween is considered good luck. Hit me with your guesses. What do you think it could be? If you find this on Halloween, it has to be on Halloween for good luck. And I will say, this is a little potential hint if anyone has read this book. I'm like 3 chapters left in Cackle, which is one of the books I talked about at our fall reads. I am absolutely loving it. I stayed up until way too late last night. I'm just going to do one more chapter, and then I did another chapter, and then I did another. It's so great. But if you've read this book, this thing is featured in it. Human remains, Carl. That's good. A crow's feather. That's a good guess. A black cat. Lots of black cats. The Great Pumpkin, Joseph. A broken broom. Oh, you all are too clever. We need to write a Halloween short together. A tooth, Suyin. Oh. I just snorted. Water, or I don't know. A witch under your house. A black cat following you. So good. So many. And a broom. That seems like a good guess. But Colleen had it. Are you ready? A spider. Apparently, if you find a spider on Halloween, it portends to good luck for the rest of the year. So
unless it bites you.
But then maybe you turn into Spider-Man. It depends if it has some sort of special biting power. I don't know. A Snickers, totally, Sherry. Okay. Moving on to question numero 2. What were the first jack-o'-lanterns carved from? I would not have guessed this, but it makes sense, and you'll understand why. I'm curious if anyone knows right off the cuff. Valerie, does it count if you smash it? Right, probably not. Maybe, I don't know. Ask the spider. Apples. Squash. I see lots of apples. Wood. Oh, that would be funny if you were like a wood carver and you're just like, here is my masterpiece. Let's go. Laura, I don't think it is still good luck to actually kill the spider somehow, but I don't know. Could be around corpses. We're going dark, and I like it. I feel good about it. A gourd, a squash. April, you never consider a spider good luck. Fair enough. Okay, a lot of you know this. How did you know? The answer in terms of the jack-o'-lantern is indeed turnips. I see a bunch of turnips. Erin, yes, a cantaloupe. That would be delicious. I love cantaloupe. Yeah, turnips. Apparently the tradition began, they think, in Ireland. So they would carve it out of turnips, but then they got too smelly. It took a turn. And I love it. I'm here for it. They got too smelly, the turnips, so they switched to pumpkins. So there you have it, a hard-boiled egg.
I'd love to see that.
No, then you're just encouraging the tech guy with his Cadbury eggs, right? Okay, moving on to number 3. I don't know. I don't even know if we have these numbers. Oh boy. Okay, that one did get me. Hey, spider. Okay, am I supposed to announce a couple of these? Okay. All right, Chelsea Walters. Chelsea Walters, you are getting a candle. Candy corn is on its way to you. Congratulations. And Becky Bones, you're getting a signed copy of Here for What Ails You. Congratulations. Awesome. Jared, you jumped. I know. Sorry. Apologies. I did too. Roasted pumpkin seeds. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Lillian, you knew that? Austin, he's too smart. Okay. Frank, apologies for the jump scare, but we gotta keep you on your toes tonight. It's Halloween. It's the Halloween quiz show. Let's go. Okay. Oh, all right. This loops back to the whole, come home and pig out. How many calories does the average trick-or-treat bag have? So the average kiddo or adult, whatever strikes your fancy, you come home with the trick-or-treat bag. What's your estimate of how many calories are in said bag? 5,000, 2,000. Way too many, Valerie. A billion. Feels like it. Jennifer, a bazillion. I like that even better. 2 billion. 10,000. I try not to think about it. Colleen, that is the wise move. Linda, yes, a zillion. It feels like that, doesn't it? It feels like so many. Were you all traders? That was my favorite. Not traitors with an R. Traders with an ER. My favorite thing in Halloween was 67. That's very specific, and I like it. My favorite thing was coming back and dumping. We always had pillowcases as kids. We were not so fancy as all the buckets and everything these days, but we would always come home, dump it out in the living room, and then the trading would begin. But I would usually, I would extend mine out. So I would have them in school lunches, 1 piece or 2 piece for maybe until the holiday season hit in earnest. So yeah. All right. It is.
Paula says
if you don't look, they don't count. It's true. It's 100% true, my friend. Yes, all the way. I didn't say 11,000 calories in the average trick-or-treat bag. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Right? The pillowcase, Jessica? Yes. Totally. I love that you're connecting over EXO Rosie. Rosie, I love that you and Paula are connecting over the Midnight Milky Ways. And I want to join this group, and then we can play Taylor Swift's new Midnights at the same time. So it's all a thing. I'm just bringing it around. I used to trade candy with my sister, but our mom would tax all the good stuff. Totally right. I'm just going to need to borrow that for a second. And how about the dentist who you could go trade it in? Did anyone ever do that? No, I was keeping it. Aaron, I know. Sorry, Facebook is so glitchy tonight, so I don't know what to do. It's not on our end. It just sucks.
Yeah, I'm curious to know, has anyone on YouTube experienced any glitches? Just curious.
That's a good question, yeah.
We've got, since we're speaking of things in, terms of a gagillion calories, that we have, the fastest internet in the Bay Area, so...
It's true. I forgot to tell you, to start the night, we had an earthquake here today.
Oh, yeah.
A 5.1. And the epicenter was only a few miles from our house, and the tech guy and I did not feel it at all. And 5.1 is not a small earthquake. My brother and sister-in-law literally live 2 miles away from us. 2 miles. We have walked to their house multiple times, and they texted right away and are like, hey, did you feel it? How are you doing? They totally felt it. It was shaking, the whole thing, and 2 miles away, nothing. Isn't that bizarre? Yeah.
Nothing.
Anyway,
All right.
It was a Halloween. It was a vibe. Okay, yes.
So just so you know, no glitches on YouTube whatsoever.
Yeah. We broke Facebook, probably.
Yeah,
it's
probably.
true. Yeah, it's us. Sorry. Sorry. Apologies. We need to start doing this on YouTube is what the universe is trying to tell us, I guess.
Facebook made a bunch of changes recently.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. No
Obviously
glitches here.
not
Good.
better.
How was the experience? I'm curious because I know a lot of you came over from Facebook and this is your first time on YouTube. How's the experience? Is it totally different? I would love to know that. I'm just curious. Okay. You have a lot of friends here and everyone was safe. No, it was fine. And I don't think it was super damage inducing, but when I say we didn't feel it at all. It seems strange because we've had minor earthquakes in Oregon that I have felt that were like threes. So anyway, yeah. No glitches. It's your first time here. Yay. Okay. The comments fly and you can't respond to each other. Okay, that's good to know, Michelle. So that's like the pro of like, yeah, because we're all a group. Okay. To know. Well, hopefully for the next live, which is going to be a huge one, which we'll talk about in a few minutes, it'll get all fixed. Okay, what's the next question? Oh, Verizon went down the other day. Apparently technology sucks. It's kind of a thing.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay. This is fascinating. Wearing this costume is illegal in Alabama. Anyone from Alabama knows this off the cuff? Jared, you're logged into your husband's account, but it's great. You love YouTube. Okay, great. Awesome. It's hard to respond to each other. Facebook is slower, but it's easier to keep up with the comments. Okay. Jennifer says it's okay, but you like to see the comments. Okay.
Or you could do what Wendy's doing. She's watching on Facebook and commenting, or watching on YouTube and commenting on Facebook. Because the comments still work.
That's hilarious. Okay.
There's something wrong with your video servers. Right?
Okay. Love it. It's not as easy. Joseph, you had an earthquake in Northern Virginia. Oh, interesting. There should be, Cherry, a replay on Facebook. That would be the idea. Like, hopefully.
You know what? If there's not, I'll upload it.
Can you?
This is recorded. Okay. So, yeah.
Chelsea, your guess is a hot dog. That's awesome. And you live in Berkeley. You were on Zoom with someone just a few blocks. She felt it and saw stuff shaking, and you didn't feel it at all. I know. Is that so weird? I know. A white sheet, a cowboy, a sheriff, a devil, a condom. These are all great guesses. George Wallace, a ghost, Trump. I'm from Alabama. Stephanie, you're from Alabama. Okay. Well, this might be a little bit of a public service announcement. Not only are we doing skin cancer awareness tonight, but we are also perhaps giving a PSA about what not to dress in, because the fine. Wait, I got to make sure I get my facts right on this one. I don't want to stray you wrong, but
do you want me to show the answer?
Yeah, okay, show the answer, and then I'm gonna get to. I gotta get to the facts.
It's a nun or priest costume.
It's a nun or priest costume. You cannot dress up in a nun or priest costume. I believe the fine is $500, but now I gotta scroll down. Oh shoot, I lost it. You cannot in any way, shape, or form in Alabama dress up in a priest costume or a nun habit. I'm getting to it. I had a whole list. The law was passed in 1965. It considers the act a misdemeanor that disrespects religion. You will be charged a $500 fine. Wait for it, as well as a year in prison. A year in prison.
Awesome. I love that.
Okay, please do not do this. Like, I don't want you to end up in prison, and yet I sort of do, because I feel like there's such great content. And this is why I always say, like, you don't really have to stretch your imagination when it comes to fiction, because the truth is completely worse. Okay, Stephanie says people totally wear nun and priest costumes all the time. We have crazy laws that are old. Okay, be careful out there. Be careful. Or send us a selfie from jail. Either or. I know, right? It's super intense. Steep. A year. $500 fine. You're like, okay. I mean, not okay, because it's a Halloween costume. But
Colleen would still be.
One year, my husband was a priest and I was a pregnant lady. Right, exactly. Totally, Colleen. You're probably getting
awesome.
life in prison for that. Oh gosh, I know, right? We do have to set up a GoFundMe for all those poor priests and nuns in Alabama this holiday season. Okay, all right. Moving on. What do we got? Oh, yeah. What was Count Dracula's original name in Bram Stoker's novel? He was not originally going to be called Count Dracula. He was going to be called something else. Colleen Andrew Catholic. That's even better. Yeah. We do. We need to take a road trip to Alabama. I'll do my next book event there as a nun. Oh, so good. Vlad the Impaler. That was like I read in researching this and all of my research that I did, that the idea was that he had been based on that, but now other vampire scholars have said no, that wasn't the case. But I did not know this one. It's not that. It is also not Count Orlok. Prince Dracula, that would have been good. Yeah, I had never heard this until I found it online. Count something else just in case. Yeah, the first convention in Alabama, Valerie. Let's all go. Let's make it happen. Stephanie, okay, we will. We'll all come. Bat guy. I like that, Melmac. All right. The true answer is dun, 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 check guy. Count Chocula. This is interesting because it sounds like vampire. Count Vampire, which I think is how.
Oh, is that
right? Pyre? Yeah, I think that's how you would pronounce it.
Is it PYR instead of PRY?
Yeah.
I have a typo.
Oh, okay, yeah. Count Vampire. And you had it. Yes, exactly. The Prince of Darkness. Totally. Dracula scared me as a kid too. I think just the idea of it, I don't think I ever read it, but I think just having it in my peripheral, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know about that." Yeah, well done, Anne. Yes. Yes, you got it. Okay, next up. Whew. You sweating with these questions? Hard hitting. What do we got? These? Oh. Get them off. It's like the birds. Oh, the W would be pronounced as a V. It's the Slavic. Oh, so it would have been vampire. Interesting. Okay, strange names. All right, we got more giveaways. Jen Moody, you are getting a signed copy of The Cure for What Ails You. And Frank, Nana? No, that's definitely not it. Frank, you are also getting a signed copy of the book.
It's that Frank, right?
Yes, but Frank, tell me how you pronounce it. Nano? Is the G silent? I don't know. I'm not sure. Sorry. Yes. Congratulations to both of you. All right. What else have we got, Tag Guy?
Which one were we just on?
We did Count Vampire Dracula. Oh, I had to toss this one in because I feel like it's wrong. But if you are this age, specifically in Belleville, Missouri, you cannot trick or treat. What is the age? Any guesses? I personally.
Well, I had a question about
okay,
that.
Yes.
Did you mean like if you're younger than this age or older than this age, you can trick or treat, but it's just this age, or is it this age and older? I was just more curious.
If you are this age or older,
okay.
You cannot.
Okay.
You cannot trick or treat. Especially in Ashland, where it's such a creative community, we would have full adults costumed come to our door for candy. If you come to my door and 1678, if you come to my door and you're in costume, yeah, 100 Joseph, I'm giving you candy, like 100%. Like, are you kidding me? But many of you have it right. Wendy, it's 13. Laura, it's 13. If you are 13, it's still middle school, right? What kind of rule is this? This is shameful, Suyin. That's what kind of rule it is. It's shameful.
I don't know. I feel like at that point you're just asking to get your house egged.
Denied.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I feel like if you are putting the effort in, if you come in a t-shirt and you're like, give me candy, all right, fine. Like, at least make an effort. Do they check? I know, Laura, right? I need to see your ID. How old are you? Can I see your student card?
I know, that's a great question, though. How would they possibly enforce that?
It's probably like the nun and habit thing, but still, I'm going to give you candy. If you come to my door, I'm just telling you right now, if you come to my door on Halloween, I'm going to give you candy. Yes, right? It's fun. That's the fun. But anyway, 13,
Yeah, see,
you're done.
They don't even have valid ID.
I know. It's not even fair. They're still kids. They're still little. All right, what do we got next? Oh yeah, I like this one. The Foley artists. Do you know about Foley? Like, I find it so fascinating. That there's a whole department of movies that's just dedicated to sound effects. And we have a friend. We have a friend of a friend. So our friend's friend, that's a mouthful, is a Foley artist. And our friend's boots were used in Star Wars for John stomping, right? So the Foley artists take everyday items and they create sound effects from them. So the knife sounds in the movie Halloween, how were they made? That I'm curious to know. Stabbing apples. Joseph, your hometown says you shouldn't trick-or-treat at the age of 10. Oh.
Whoa. Yikes.
Say it isn't so. It's terrible. A pig. I love it. We got to pull out some of the dark comments from tonight. I'm loving it. Yes, breaking bones. Celery is used for breaking bones. Oh, that's good. I could see that, Erin. That's awesome. Yes, it's knifing a watermelon. So you stab you stab the knife into the watermelon to get the blood and gut sound. Which I feel like, and we will all know, that's going to have to work its way into a bake shop mystery, because Lance at some point in time is going to want Jules to do some kind of sound effect. I don't really know what it is, but when I learned that one, I'm like, I'm just going to tuck that in the back of the brain for later, because that feels right to me. Okay, what's up next?
We've got
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. We've got more notes flying my way. In order to see a witch on Halloween, this old tradition tells you have to do what? What do you have to do to see a witch on Halloween? This has to be on Halloween. It does sound dangerous. Yeah. Actually, Laura, that gives me an idea. Somebody could be doing it for sound effect, and then maybe the knife slips accidentally, but it doesn't really slip. Laura, the bake shop Halloween mystery, I think it's coming out at the end of August or early September. We should have a pub date soon, and I know they're already working on cover art. We're finalizing the title and pub date, but it's going to be August, September. Maybe it's even late July, sometime around there. It will come out before Halloween next year, but it won't be. Usually the bake shop mysteries always come out end of December, end of June. So this one, kind of like Cup of Holiday Fear, it'll be pushed back a little bit from June, but probably only a month or so.
Okay, so the question.
Yeah, okay. In order to see a witch on Halloween, it tells you to do what? Light a black candle, look at the moon, look in the mirror before our first cup of coffee, steal her spell book. Oh, these are all good ideas. This makes me want to write a witchy mystery now. Provide a broom, light a candle. I feel like I saw somebody say it, but the comments went by too fast. Walk through a graveyard at midnight. All good guesses, but no. The correct answer is you are supposed to walk backwards with your clothes turned inside out. So I feel like we should all go to Alabama. We'll dress up as priests and nuns, and then we'll, take them off, put them on inside out, and then we'll walk backwards and hope to see spiders. What else can we work in? Erin, walk backwards. I knew I saw something backwards. Okay, yeah. Very close. Walk backwards with your clothes inside out, and you're guaranteed to see a witch. If you do it, I want you to report back. I want proof, okay? I need to see it. Yeah, of course, Sue, right. I mean, the answer was obvious. Okay. Anne Larkin, you are getting a signed copy of The Cure for What Ails You. Congratulations. That was a good one with the spider, sir.
Gotcha.
You got me good. Okay, what do we got next? Oh, this one's good. I bet somebody's gonna know this. What was candy corn originally named? It had a name before candy corn, and I'll give you this hint. The name makes sense. Like it ties in. Uh-huh. Here in the Midwest, clothes inside out usually means hoping for a snow day. That's funny. Some people do that and they're not trying to see a witch, right? It's just like your everyday. Jessica, apologies to the cat. Sugar corn. Oh, that's a good guess. Sugar corn. It's close. We're kind of on the right track with that. It's something like that. Candy teeth. Oh, that's a good guess too, Linda, because it's like the teeth. Very close. Trash, Chelsea. Yes. Tell us how you really feel about it. Oh, yeah, Wendy, you got it. Chicken feed. It's called chicken feed, which, when you think about feeding the chickens and what candy corn looks like, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Makes sense to me. Something teeth. Teeth would also work. Rotten teeth, Carl. Yeah, exactly. Okay, last one. Whew. Okay. Last but not least, we did have an eclipse today. Today was a big day. We had a partial eclipse and an earthquake. So I don't know what that means. But how common is a full moon on Halloween? So that's the sticking point. On Halloween, we always see the photos of the full moon and the black cat and all the things. But how common is it? Sugar high. Chickens don't want that. No. So you can take this to all of your students tomorrow as they're, working on planning their, trips for overseas study abroad, and just be like, look, I know that you are all college students, but really I have some more important information to impart to these young minds. It seems important. It really does. Never. Not very common. Once every 100 years. Every 15 years, hopefully not very. Yeah. I see somebody who has it. It is once every 19 years. It's very rare, which I didn't know, but also it makes sense. I don't think I've paid attention. Every 19 years. I don't know where we are in the cycle. I should have looked that up, but maybe this will be the year. Maybe. It probably won't, because we're only on a half moon right now. No, not very, Jennifer. Not very often. Who knew? Who knew? All right, well, that concludes our Halloween quiz. I hope you had fun tonight. It's always a blast to get to spend the evening with you. We are going, the Cure for Paperback is out. The Cure for What Ails You is out in paperback, I should say, right now. If you haven't gotten it, go grab it. If you want to share it with a friend, do all the things.
And this is coming out next.
No, this is going to be out at the end of December. Muffin with the Truth. It doesn't feel real. I still can't quite believe that Halloween is this weekend. I'm not ready for it somehow. 2020 was the last full moon on Halloween. That feels right, Laura. That definitely feels totally right. Muffin but the Truth comes out at the end of December. This is book 15, 16? 16. This is book 16 of the Bake Shop Mysteries, and it's set at the Rogue River. It's a late fall camping, glamping excursion. Lance might be telling some campfire tales. There's going to be a lot of delicious food, all the fall recipes. I cannot wait. And then in terms of what's coming up next for us, like I said, my goal is to try to go live from the Halloween parade in Ashland next week, so you can kind of get a feel for what it would be like to be in Jules's world on Halloween. So stay tuned for that. And then November 15th is our next live. That's a Tuesday. I'm going to be reading 3 winning stories from my story showcase. I know many of you on the live, I see names of people who have submitted stories. I can't believe it. I was a little nervous when I first thought about it, because I was like, oh, what if no one submits? But the entries have been rolling in. The contest is closed now, though. But hopefully, if you love it, we'll do it again. It'll become an annual thing. I cannot wait to read through all of the entries that I'm going to start on in the next week or so. And then I will bring you the 3 winning entries on November 15th. And then save the date already for December 6th because I'm going to have a Secret Santa live for the start of the holiday month of December, which is going to include a lot of giveaways. So many giveaways. So I can't wait. Sorry that Facebook was not our friend tonight, but hopefully by next time it'll be there. And I will share all of these names on Facebook tomorrow and probably pick a couple other bonus people who missed out who didn't get to come over on YouTube. I think that's it. As always, happy reading and happy Halloween.